everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and I am here with my brother as we make Merfolk a competitive deck in Modern. We're doing great. Results are coming up all over the world. And you know what? If you want to be part of this movement, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our match, we're going to thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. And you know what? A lot of events have been going on lately. If you want to see the Jesters recap of them, like Todd Stevens scandal, don't forget to check out Blake Trellevin's the Jesters recap only on themanabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And don't forget, this week's giveaway is the promo Full Art Silver Gill Adept. For details on how to win this, go check out the description below. We have a great hand. Nothing wrong with this hand. Just going to keep it. We've got lands, Ether Vial. I think if we go Island Vial, it's pretty obvious what we're on, so I'll just play the Oboro. We are up against some sort of... Okay, so we're up against the Hardened Scales Affinity deck. 3 artifacts. Ancient Stirrings. I think Walking Ballista is the only thing we're scared of. They find Steel Overseer.
Another stupid.
Another deck cheating on mana. I know some people are cringing. Nikachu, you play Ether Vial. Well, shut up. It's not the same.
1 point a turn, people.
It doesn't really turn on until turn 3. They immediately get access to extra mana on turn 1. I think that's a bit crazy. There's the Steel Overseer.
Why don't you play with it then?
Well, I don't know what this is. Okay, we got a reader. Animation module. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a permanent you control, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token, and then pay 3 tap. Choose a counter on target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. Well, that can screw up my... Well, that could screw up my Ether Vial. On the other hand, it might help us, because they don't know that we have 3 and 4 drops in our hand. That's going to be interesting.
I don't even understand it.
It's going to put an extra counter on... Is it on a creature or anything? On counter target permanent or player. So they can mess up with my Ether... They can mess up my Ether Vial. That's funny.
But why don't you play with Mox Opal?
You need to have at least 3 artifacts in play for it to add mana.
Like the Tolarian thing.
Like the Tolarian thing. Well, with the Tolarian thing, you only need 1 artifact in play for it to add mana. I will do nothing. So this thing could help tick us up to...
Master of Waves.
Yeah, to Master of Waves. To, like, Master of Waves. So I'm going to try to activate it at end of turn. Hardened Scales.
Is this just some jank thing? Somebody put cards together?
Hangerback Walker. That's going to be useless in the face of our Spreading Seas.
Or is this actually a deck?
It's called Hardened Scales Affinity. It's a real deck. And it's hard to beat. It's slower than normal Affinity decks. Yeah, I'm just going to bluff. Does my bluff work? No, it does not work. Seeing as Master of Waves is the only other card in my hand, I'm going to just take the Ether Vial up to 3 anyway.
Land. Alright.
So now I have the option to play the Master of Waves.
Get a tap
instead. Trigger. Oh, that's true. I get a tap trigger. I don't even remember. I didn't even think of the tap trigger. So I can play Master of Waves, pass, and then just force our opponent to try to win, which looks incredibly difficult.
He's got 1 card in hand.
Can I go in for an attack in any way? I think no. The thing is, so much depends on them finding a Walking Ballista. Because the Walking Ballista is like the only thing that will kill the Master of Waves, so... Yeah, I'll play the Master of Waves. Put the onus on them to try to kill me. I guess untap one of my permanents. So it's like Walking Ballista or bust. Because this should be an army to win. Well, I guess if they can somehow sacrifice the Hangerback Walker or kill it, then it'll make a bunch of blockers. So I don't know. Maybe things can get out of control. I think maybe this won't even be lethal. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe the best thing to do was Spreading Seas attack for 6. But that's definitely not lethal. Whatever. We'll figure it out. They only have 1 card left in hand. So they can pay mana to get a bunch of artifact creature tokens onto the battlefield. Oh, so they actually probably can block all this stuff.
Unless you get another master.
So they get a trigger. And they can't do anything with this trigger. They have no mana.
Alright, you draw a donut, what you get?
Oh, that is dangerous. Okay, we could... does anything have flying?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, that is terrible. Okay, so now we are in pretty good position to lose because of the Walking Ballista. So this was the only thing we were trying to avoid. This stupid thing. No, we will lose because they can sacrifice a lot of artifacts to the Arcbound Ravager, sack it all to the Ballista, and then kill off my entire board. I'm curious what my top card would have been, because I had the option to play the Spreading Seas instead of Master of Waves. But I don't think I can do much about this Walking Ballista.
Oh, I think it's got summoning sickness.
Everything's getting out of control.
You look to see another turn. Merfolk needs an Oblivion Stone. Or blue needs an Oblivion Stone.
They have cards that are like bounce everything to your opponent's hand.
But they probably cost 10 mana.
They're not cheap. And they also come with the clause bounce all your stuff to your hand too. Well, I mean, that's Oblivion Stone. But it happens to both sides.
Well, Oblivion is based upon mana.
But I'll tell you, there is this one card called Whelming Wave. And it's like bounce all creatures to their opponent's hands. Yeah, bounce all creatures to hand. Except octopuses, krakens, serpents, and something else.
Sea life.
Yeah, big sea life. It has to be really big. And I was like, well, why doesn't that apply to Merfolk? Like, well, they're not afraid of waves. Merfolk aren't afraid of waves. Yeah, so... okay. And do I want to play this out? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we can just concede. I more or less know. I have not actually played against this deck almost at all. I know I want Gutshot.
It's Affinity with a twist.
But according to the Merfolk community, who has played this matchup, they think Deprive is good. Maybe on the play it's good. It feels very wrong. I have no idea how good Peak is. Probably not that good in this matchup. But I'm not sure what else. What is really vulnerable? I think I might just take out all this stuff. Oh, I am. My opponent says, I always hear people talk about you as the Merfolk master. I am. The Merfolk can live. I used to play Merfolk a lot a couple years ago. That's what they all say. So sad.
Just win a GP. Portland coming up.
Portland coming up. I'm going to GP Portland. I don't have a place to stay at yet, so if you know somewhere I can stay, let me know in the comment section below, or contact me on Twitter or Facebook. How good is Master of Waves in this matchup? Might be really good, might be really bad. It's like weak to Ballista. Everything depends on Ballista. I don't want to take out all my 1-drops because I still want to do something on turn 1. I don't want to do nothing. Yeah. I don't have a perfect sideboard strategy for this matchup. Or maybe I could take out a Tectonic Edge.
Way too late.
This hand is very poor. It's not a very good clock. Deprive doesn't help us, and we need to find another blue source for Merfolk Trickster. I don't think it's worth keeping against this type of deck. You need to have beef. You need to have, like, lords to be able to attack into these artifacts. So I'm going to mulligan. This is much more like it. Turn 1 Mistcaller into Lord, and hold up Deprive. This is much more like it. So that land hand looked playable. It looked like, like a normal hand. You can play Silvergill Adept. You can play Phantasmal Image, copy it. But, in the right in these sort of matchups, you need lords. You need lords to get out of range of those ballistas. Do I need more mana? I don't. Mistcaller doesn't do anything here. It's just sort of something to do on turn 1. Probably on the draw, I might take it out. Actually, on the draw, I'm probably going to take out the Deprives as well. So maybe we're bringing Mistcaller back in. I don't believe in Deprive on the draw. Oh, there's Max Opal again. There's the animation module. Hangerback Walker. Ooh, Dismember on my Lord of Atlantis. Okay. Oops, I shouldn't have played this. That's okay. I should not let them know the strength of my hand, because when you play Mutavault pre-combat like that, it lets your opponent know you're not going to do anything on your second main phase. Like maybe I could play an island and hold up, I don't know, Spell Pierce for something.
I don't think your opponents are that smart.
I might be underrating Spell Pierce in this matchup. Like, look at all this stuff that they have. Is this new tech or is this old? I don't recognize this card. Like I said, I have not played. I think I've played like one whole match against this Affinity deck before. So they're gonna put a counter on this and then start paying mana to put tons of counters everywhere. Or to put more servo tokens. Choose a counter on target permanent or player. Give that player another counter, so they can put the counters on the Hangerback Walker as well.
The Hangerback Walking Blues.
I guess the best thing I can do is end of turn Merfolk Trickster this, so we'll just pass. Or actually, I could attack, and if they decide to block and tap and put a counter on it, then I can Merfolk Trickster it, and it won't get its thing.
Do it.
Oh no, but then they can put. Okay, hold on. How much mana do you have? You need 3 for this, and this costs 1, so they don't have enough mana to do it twice. Because if there was no Hangerback Walker, maybe there's no way for them to actually win the game.
What's this fool thinking about?
Maybe another Dismember? Yeah, let's try to chip in with the Mistcaller, see what happens. Oh, they're gonna crit it. Oh, they can create 2 chump blockers. Okay, that's a line. Yeah, I guess that's just gonna happen. They used up their turn. It's not really how I wanted to use up my card, though. Oh my god, what is this? Phyrexia's Core. Sacrifice an artifact, you gain a life. So now I can't actually... They can animate like a land and then sacrifice it. If they want to. I don't really care for the... Like, all this is another Mox Opal deck. It's just another deck super cheating on mana. Super hyper cheating on manas. Ugh. Phantasmal Image. I can copy the Mutavault. It's not really something I want to do, though. And I have to be productive here. Otherwise, my opponent can just run away with the game. Can't hold up to Pride forever. So I guess I'm going to play Phantasmal Image, copy the Master of the Pearl Trident, and attack with the Merfolk Trickster, and they can just chump block. If I attack with Master of the Pearl Trident, they can activate Blink Moth Nexus and triple block it. I don't really know if that's progress. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, okay, choose a counter on target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. So I'm hoping they can't target this thing. I'm hoping. Otherwise, they just blow up my Phantasmal Image. Oh, I see. They can sacrifice the Ballista now with the Phyrexia's Core. Sacrifice an artifact, you gain a life. And then they can get a bunch of servo tokens. Is that worth trading the Merfolk Trickster for? For like 3 tokens? I don't know. I can't block them anyway. I'm going to bring in Spell Pierce. I think Spell Pierce looks very good in this matchup. The way this game is playing out, Spell Pierce is very good. There's just so many targets. That is a very big problem. Because now they can... Well, I might just lose here. They can sacrifice Hangerback Walker, get 1,000,000 servo artifacts, activate Ink Moth Nexus, and attack with it. What do I need? I need Spreading Seas into land, Spreading Seas Pendlehaven, because they can't sacrifice that. Them playing that is a bit of a mistake. Gutshot would be fine. It's not what I need right now. Could they win? Oh yeah, they could win. I had 1 mana up, so they didn't want to go for it. So we're going to play Silvergill Adapt. We're going to show the Master of Waves, which is unfortunate because now there's only 1 unknown card in our hand. What to do? Attack for 4 again. It's a bad spot. It's a very bad spot. Oh, that is a cute interaction. You know what would actually be very good in this matchup? Engineered explosives. I'm serious. For like 1 or 0. You would be very good in this matchup. Because, I mean, look at all these things that cost 1. But like, if Hardened scales Affinity looks like this, I'd bring in Spell Pierce. I think that's a pretty legitimate turn 1 play. Countering one of these, countering this, countering this, countering this. Of course, on this turn, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be as good. Oh, there's Walking Ballista. And we don't have our mana up for Deprive. I shipped the island to the bottom. I didn't know I needed it. And now we are basically dead. We have some option to try to kill this thing. So they have 3. They can shoot, shoot, shoot. Doesn't matter. They can just sacrifice an artifact, make the Ravager bigger. But now there's like nothing we can do. I can't beat the Walking Ballista. I can't beat the Ink Moth Nexus. But my opponent is playing very cautiously, correctly cautiously. I can't beat this Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista is a problem. I will continue to not tap out. I don't know what to do. Pass. Just keep passing. Opponent doesn't want to beat me. I don't want to beat them.
Spreading Seas would do it, wouldn't
it? Sort of. It would just force them to make a big ballista and kill me. Is the issue. Right now they're not forced to do anything. They're afraid of Dismember, is what's happening here. They're afraid that if they sacrifice the Hangerback Walker and then try to sacrifice everything to the Ballista, then I'm going to kill the Ballista with Dismember. It's a huge blowout. So while I keep up 1 mana, it prevents them from ever getting too crazy.
Little does he know that your deck doesn't have a Dismember.
Yeah, this list does not have Dismember.
Walking Dismember.
I wonder, is this a combo? You can sacrifice the servo, get another servo, so you can just keep making it bigger. Oh no, but you have 2 of them out, so you actually gain servos. Gotcha.
What a joke.
I definitely have to pay attention to this Hardened Scales deck, see what the latest builds are for GP Portland. Maybe got to find somebody to playtest this matchup with.
Yeah, this guy. He knows who you are.
Well, whatever I do next turn, I have to try to win. What's a combination of cards that could help me win? I don't even know. Maybe Merfolk Trickster? Oh, they're just going for it here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That makes some sense. I didn't block. It's now out of Dismember range. Although, yeah, and Dismember wouldn't do it at this point. Okay, that's good. Good games.
I'll see you in Portland.
Yeah, I'll see you in Portland. Don't you think that this is the end of this? This, you would have won the battle, but I'm going to win the war.
Good games, well played.
So, I didn't do anything. I have only one thing to say about this. Ban Mox Opal. This is a stupid card. I didn't call for any banning of the Vizier of Remedies or Heritage Druid. I just criticized why is that legal over Tolarian Academy. But if you look at so many decks, so many of the stupid busted decks, they're all Mox Opal decks. Why? Affinity, Hardened Scales Affinity, Krark Clan Ironworks, Lantern Control. They're all just abusing this card. Just getting so far ahead for no reason. It's literally a Mox. It's literally a Mox. It's no different from any other Mox. Oh, but there's deck building restrictions. Oh, shut up. Do they feel restricted? Do they really feel that restricted? I don't think they feel that much restriction. And technically, as the card pool gets larger with more artifacts, this card just gets better every single set. And it's immediate mana. Immediate! It's not like Ether Vial where I'm getting it online on turn 3 and 4. They're already getting online on turn 1. So yeah, ban. We're gonna get this thing banned one day. Look, there were 3 pillars of Modern when Modern started. There was Splinter Twin, there was Birthing Pod, and there was Affinity. Splinter Twin is banned. Birthing Pod is banned. Guess what's next? You mark my words. So anyway, don't forget that this week's giveaway is Silver Gill Adept, the promo version, full art promo. For details on how to win that, go check out the description below. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu with his brother, playing Merfolk in Modern.